Welcome to the annual general meeting of the Italian Historical Society of South Australia for 2017-2018. 2017 to 2018 has been an exciting year in which we were able to finally reach our goal to start the process of recording the experiences of our fellow Italian immigrants. It has been a long journey over the past 4 years, and although I might have appeared ultra-cautious in my approach, there were important steps to be completed in order to achieve our ultimate goal. The primary existence for the Society is to record and store oral stories and digital copies of documents of the immigration experiences of Italian immigrants in South Australia. To achieve this, we had to navigate through 3 fundamental stages. Each of these had to be done progressively. These were: 1. Establish an organisation with good governance practices so that the community will have confidence that solicited funds will be utilised for the purpose of implementing the project. 2. Establish a broad framework to capture the stories and documents of Italian immigrants. And finally, develop funding strategies to finance the project. The funding requirements were divided into 2 types. 1. Purchase of equipment, both for recording and storage of stories. And secondly, recurrent funding for transcription, scanning of documents and publishing of stories. As I reported in my President's report at the 2017 AGM, we achieved during that year 2 of the objectives, namely, we have an organisation with good governance practices and an enthusiastic committee who believes in our mission and works to achieve it. And secondly, we have established a framework to capture the stories and documents of Italian immigrants and resolved issues of possible defamation and copyright infringements. In my 2017 report, I concluded by stating that the challenge for the year 2017-2018 was to secure sufficient funds to implement the project. Phase 1, to purchase the necessary equipment, was almost completed. Thank you to the City of Charles Sturt for their generous support. There are still a few remaining pieces of equipment which are important to fully implement the project, and requests for further assistance will be submitted once local government elections are completed in November. Phase 2, to establish a stream of recurrent funds to implement the project, was at that stage a work in progress. This year has been exciting in that we not only established a financial foundation to finance the processing of the oral stories of our fellow migrants, but we were also able to finally publicise to the community our activities and invite the community to have their stories recorded. Financially, we are in a sounder position following the great success of our fundraising pasta night held on the 17th of November 2017 at the Market Club, which netted the Society $11,000. Thank you to the great teamwork of all committee members and friends. The night was not only a financial success, but also a great public relation exercise. It showed that there was strong support for our mission and, what was more important, was that the support came not just from individuals, but also from organisations within our community. This included both community organisations and business support. The event also gave us the opportunity to demonstrate the process of interviewing with the production of the video of the mock-up interview. The task of sensitising the community and making it aware of our projects has continued and intensified during this year. This has been achieved utilising a number of strategies. Continue to utilise our Facebook page to publicise our activities. We have added a YouTube channel to our social media arsenal, which allows us to post larger video presentations. Interviews on Radio Italia Uno Adelaide have continued. Meetings with business leaders has continued. Meeting with the Italian clubs and association has continued. And public appearances as guest speaker at social functions and professional seminars. The Facebook page, which was launched in January 2017, has been very successful in promoting our activities and is growing in popularity. I would like to compliment the work done by our social media coordinator, Rosemary Giracitano, for designing and publishing the page, and the ongoing work of our secretary, Jenny Giracitano, in posting and monitoring the activities on the page. The number of followers has increased from 125 in 2016-2017 to 270 in 2017-2018. This is in excess of 100% increase. As I mentioned before, we have added a YouTube channel to our social media tools, which will become more important in the future as we produce larger videos which can then be posted on Facebook. Again, a great big thank you to our social media department for their very important work. One measure of the growing awareness of the community of our existence and activities has been the increasing number of invitations by organisations to address their members. Personal interaction supported by social media posting is a very important part of making the community aware of the activities of the society. I would like to thank the Market Club, the Veneto Club, the Reunion of Immigrants from San Marco dei Cavoti, Provincia di Benevento, the South Australian Association of Teachers of Italian, and Mary MacKillop College. These organisations gave me the opportunity to share our vision of recording the immigration experience of members of our community. All of these activities were posted on our Facebook page and receive a high number of views. A sign that the Society has had an impact on the community is that we are beginning to receive requests for interviews from the community and requests for immigration information of family members. Perhaps the highest level of endorsement has come from organisations which have requested to document their history to mark important milestones. This have included the South Australian Italian Association, which traces its foundations to 1949 and celebrates 70 years in 2019. And Madonna dei Martiri Moffetta Club, celebrating their 60th anniversary of the Blessing of the Fleet this year. We have assisted and will continue to assist both of these organisations to record their history. Madonna dei Martiri Moffetta Club sought help to record the history of their immediate past president still living. We produced posters for each president to commemorate their contribution to the club, which were displayed at their 60th anniversary ball held on the 15th of September 2018. These posters will be permanently displayed in their club rooms. The Italian Historical Society of South Australia was acknowledged on the posters. The South Australian Italian Association has sought to record their history in book form to be launched at their 2019 celebration ball. The Italian Historical Society of South Australia will be acknowledged in the book. This will occupy a large part of my work in the next 12 months. The importance of this work is not just the recognition by the community of the activities performed by our society, but also it will give us the opportunity to record the immigration experience of important figures who have contributed to the development of their organisations and the Italian community in South Australia. By assisting these organisations, I have already secured the agreement by the people involved to record their history and hence achieve our mission. Both of these organisations funded fully their respective projects. In addition to these activities, I'm in the process of recording individual history, the main one being Sebastian Gallipo from Gallipo Foods. Other interviews have been scheduled in. I have completed the documentation of the foundation of the Coordinated Italian Committee, and I'm working to document the development of Italian language community radio, the Italian festival, otherwise known as Carnevale, and the teaching of Italian in South Australia. However, despite these successes, many challenges still remain. The first issue is the amount of time that I can allocate to recording. I had hoped that I could allocate more time to the actual recording process, but unfortunately, due to delays in my property developments, I haven't been able to retire from some of my other time-consuming activities. Fortunately, that is being addressed, and soon I will have more time available. There is no doubt that I will require help to complete more interviews, and it is my intention to train suitable interviewers in the near future. However, keep in mind that to have more interviewers requires additional equipment and a larger budget for processing the interviews. The second issue is the funds required to process the interviews. To fully implement the project, interviews require transcription and documents have to be scanned and stored digitally. I have undertaken to offer my time to prepare, conduct and edit the interviews on a voluntary basis. Transcription and other outlays will have to be funded. All avenues will be explored, including grants and fundraising to secure sufficient funds. Despite my cautious approach to ensure that all the activities of the Society are fully transparent, and in particular the expenditure of money is fully accountable, the inevitable question is still raised as to where is the money going once the equipment have been purchased. To be fair, a project of this magnitude is difficult to fully grasp, nor it is easy to understand the process, and hence it is a legitimate question. It is the fear by the community that often money raised is diverted into administration and salaries instead of going to aid the project? To answer this question, I would like to briefly summarise the finances of the Society over the 4 years since its relaunch. In the 4 financial years, a forensic analysis of its finances reveals that money raised by the Society has been spent frugally as far as administration is concerned. Over this period, the total receipts in round figures are $29,882. This figure includes $8,582 from grants made available by the City of Charles Sturt, $3,585 from donations by individuals, community organisations and businesses, $660 from membership fees, and $17,055 from fundraising. The total expenditure over the same period is $10,088, which includes $8,476 for equipment and trialling of transcriptions, which was funded by grants and had to be spent for the purpose that the grant was made. $181 for registration of the Society, $18 for purchase of domain name for website funded by grant money, $358 for web hostings, of which the initial $103 was funded by grant money, $249 for banner, $203 for refreshments for meetings and the Christmas dinner, and $587 for stationery and postage. Hence, the surplus over the 4 years is $19,802. In summary, this analysis reveals that if the grant money is deducted from the totals, the money raised by the Society so far is $21,300 and the expenditure is $1,506, of which $587 has gone into administration. That is $146.75 a year. The majority of the administration has been paid for by my company, Artco Developments Proprietors Limited, and this includes the use of equipment which the Society does not have, telephone calls, travelling, software, and so on. I can assure the members of the Society and the community at large that the money raised by the Society will be spent to implement the project and will not go into salaries for anyone involved in the Society. However, we cannot expect that activities such as transcription services and scanning of documents can be provided on a voluntary basis. This work has to be of a professional standard and hence to be undertaken by those with the necessary skills. In short, once all equipment required has been purchased, money raised will be utilised for transcriptions, scanning of documents, preparations of manuscripts and any videos, and publishing of stories. I would like to thank the committee for their hard work during the year and for the support I have received as President. In particular, I would like to thank the Executive, the Vice President, Nick Fazzolari, Secretary, Jenny Geregitano, and Treasurer, Tina Di Chiara, for their assistance. I would also like to make a special mention of our entertainers, Mira Sangagorio and Angela Kutri, for their contribution to our fundraising pasta nights. Finally, I would like to thank the individuals, community organisations, City of Charles Church and business leaders who have supported the Society and contributed money to our project. I wish the new committee to be elected every success and to continue the good work. For my part, I will concentrate on researching and writing the history of the South Australian Italian Association and recording the histories of individuals involved and continue with recording of other individuals so far scheduled for 2018 and 2019. It will be a year when the first recorded stories will be deposited in the State Library of South Australia and fulfilling our mission. Thank you for your attendance.